On today's episode, I'm going to answer one of the most common questions I receive about pizza dough, and that is, how do I spread the pizza dough on my pan? A lot of people try to do this and have difficulty with it. If you're not using the right technique, it's definitely a difficult task. The first thing you want to do is ensure that your pizza dough has taken the appropriate amount of time to ferment in the fridge. I always recommend, after you make your dough, cover it and let it sit in the fridge for 72 hours. After the dough is sat in the fridge for 72 hours, take it out, covered, and put it onto your counter. Leave it on your counter for generally about 1 hour or until it comes to room temperature before you start working the dough. The first thing you're going to do is warm up some butter just above room temperature so that it just starts to get a little bit soft. Then take your butter and a small piece of paper towel or clean cloth that you're going to use to spread the butter with, roll it up and take your pan. Now you're going to go ahead and dip this in the butter and you're going to spread this on the pan. After your pan has been oiled, you're going to go ahead and grab the dough that you made. Take your dough and put it top side down on the pan like so. Then what you're going to do with your fingers, very gently, is you're just going to push from the center of the dough and push it outwards. You're only going to accomplish about maybe ½ an inch in this scenario, or about 1 centimeter out. Then let the dough sit for about 5 minutes time and come back to it. After about 5 minutes has passed, you're going to come back to your dough and now you're going to start spreading it. So what you're going to do with one hand is you're going to get one hand underneath the dough like so, and you're going to use your other hand as your guiding hand. In this case, I use my right hand as my guiding hand and my left as my pulling hand. So what you're going to do is with your fingers on the bottom and your thumb on the top, you're going to pull the dough. And what you can do with your right hand is pull down so that you're doing this in a circle. And this is the traditional way of spreading pizza dough. And after you've got the dough stretched to a point where you think it might break if you pull it anymore, and you probably won't have reached the end of the pan here, let it sit. After you've let the dough sit for 5 minutes, come back to it and continue working it. You're going to use your fingers and push it towards the edge. After you've got all your dough at your edge, you're going to take your fingers and you're going to go like this and you're going to pinch it. Now you're ready to start putting your sauce on and your toppings.